New updates for Liam Payne's funeral. We got to talk about this and a lot more, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I'm covering all things pop culture. Also been covering everything about Liam, and we do have some updates on the funeral and whether or not it might be public or private, how big it's going to be. So we're going to talk about all of this. But before we get into it, I do give this disclaimer in every single video I do about Liam because often there is new viewers. So hi, I've been covering it with my whole heart. We have been doing it with respect and with light and just speaking as a human, and there's no malice, there's no evil, there's no darkness here. So you will not be triggered if you are a Liam Payne fan and just want an update. So this is what we are doing. I'm not doing the conspiracies and the darkness of it all. We're just giving the update. So you guys saw, which thank you guys so much, the video I did yesterday about the funeral and how there's expected to be like musical tributes and whether or not it was going to be private or public. So there is some new information. So check this out. So we have some new updates. Allegedly, the service is going to be held at a larger cathedral. So it was said that they had another cathedral in mind, but that they now want a very big send-off. So it says here that now Liam's loved ones are preparing to say their final goodbyes as they work out the details of his upcoming funeral service. An insider who claims to be close to the family said that the late musician, Liam's body is expected to be flown home any day now. Arrangements are in place for that now, and once his body is back in Britain, the next step will be, of course, announcing the funeral plans. The insider revealed that Liam will have a very big send-off, quite probably at a large cathedral somewhere close to his heart. Liam was so loved by so many people. There will obviously be enormous demand, and so the service will necessarily be a huge affair. The details are still under wraps until they are definitively signed off, but should be announced very soon. So first it was said that it was going to be a private affair. Now it is being said that it's going to be a more public one. They are acknowledging, of course, that Liam was so loved by so many. It says Liam's official formal funeral comes as hundreds of fans have made their own beautiful makeshift vigils of the star in recent weeks, featuring, of course, printed photos, handwritten notes, candles, flowers. It's just been so beautiful to see everything. It is being reported that Liam's funeral is going to be packed with A-listers, as he was so well loved in the showbiz community, and so many of them are, of course, so sad about his tragic passing. His family wants to keep his farewell low-key and respectful, as it's what Liam would have wanted, as he was so down to earth. But there are going to be a series of song tributes from some very big acts, as he loved singing and making music until the end. So multiple different sites are reporting kind of the opposite. One is reporting that there's going to be a huge send-off. The other one is reporting that it's going to be low-key. I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. But now that they are talking about allegedly moving into a larger cathedral and announcing funeral plans, that means that they are probably going to be... So that means, in my opinion, that they're probably going to have to keep the fans in mind, because apparently a lot of sites are also saying that apparently fans are going with or without their permission, that there's a lot of fans that believe that they deserve to be there, which we already talked about yesterday. If you believe that this is about you, you are delusional and you need a reality check. But you know what, girl? I'm not going to get into that. But if they are acknowledging that he was so loved and they're moving it to a bigger cathedral, they're probably making more plans for it to be more public. And this is what I think is probably going to happen. So this does not mean that it is a public funeral. I have seen a lot of comments saying, like, does this mean it's going to be public? Because they said they want to do this in a big way. Now, it does not mean that it's a public funeral. What it means is that they want to honor him in a big way. Now, the big way could be part of his family, you know, some celebrities, some musical tributes and stuff. But now there is sort of like a little change of tone. Do you guys remember how I told you that this might be 100% private? So now it's actually being allegedly talked about whether or not they're going to do two separate functions, a private and a public public. I know for a fact that there's already a lot of fans on their way or have already arrived to where they believe is going to be the send-off. So allegedly, they want to make a huge send-off. Now, what I think is going to probably happen is that they're going to probably drive the hearse around town, and I think that's how the fans could maybe say their goodbyes. So I'm not comparing Princess Diana or Liam, but this is an idea that I have that might happen the same way that, the hearse of Princess Diana was, driven around Hyde Park so that everybody could, say their goodbyes. I'm thinking that maybe this could be something that they do for Liam, but in another way, not, of course, so royal, obviously. Now, one thing that they did for Whitney Houston that is kind of... I'm getting a little sense that this might be something that will go on. Liam Payne loved music. He loved being Liam Payne. He loved creating. He loved being an entertainer. So what Whitney Houston did for her service was that it was actually aired. I believe it was on TV, and it was live TV. So like anything that was happening inside, all the viewers were able to watch. I have a feeling that something like that might be going down for Liam, just because Liam was so vocal about loving his fans, loving what he does, loving, music in general. And I think that maybe his family's thinking that he wants to be celebrated even to the last minute. So I think that might happen. The drive around town in the hearse, and then maybe potentially being aired somewhere. There is no, there's absolutely no statement released, but allegedly some news outlets are saying that there will be a press release very soon about what is going to actually go down in this service. I have to say, like, this whole Liam Payne updates and his passing and stuff, I really have noticed that we could actually be so good together, like online communities. I mean, there's of course, there's some people that, are saying that they're going to crash and that they're going to take pictures with Harry Styles and this and that. But I have actually seen such a beautiful response for Liam's passing, in the sense of wanting the family to grieve in private, in commenting on other people saying, don't go to the funeral, it's wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like we've all done a pretty good job in respecting it. And actually, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. When he did pass, I was on the phone with my mom because I was receiving a lot of messages from you guys saying, please talk about Liam, please talk about Liam. And I've never talked about a passing of a celebrity in this way, right? And so I told my mom, and I was like, I'm not going to cover Liam. This is way too serious, and I don't want to mess it up. And because when he first passed, it was allegedly that he took his life. And she goes, Sebastian, if someone should talk about this, you went through this with your brother, and I think that you would be the right person to talk about. So I have to say that, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you guys so much for, for telling me, that I've done a okay job covering this, because I just wanted to do this the most respectful, most honorable way possible. So I'm so grateful to read your guys' comments. I just wanted to acknowledge that. But moving forward, I do think that maybe end of today, maybe tomorrow, there's going to be some updates. When there are, I feel like if they say that they don't want fans to show up, please don't show up. If they say that they want fans to go. But I just pray that you put yourself in the shoes of the family and do what you would want to, be done, for you, right? So just, be mindful if you can. But I don't know, girl. I mean, it's one of those things where, Liam Payne was just so incredibly loved, and fans just want to honor him. And I absolutely get that. But I don't know. Now that they're changing the wording of the updates, that he's going to allegedly have a big send-off and all these things, and I think that it might be some sort of public thing. So, you know what? If you're planning on going, just kind of like put on hold the ticket, but maybe prepare yourself, because you might be able to go and say goodbye to him. There is some rumors that they might do something in the town. honoring him, like some sort of statue or some sort of things. And if that's the case, I think that's absolutely beautiful, because that's such a wonderful way to honor him, especially that, you know, his son Bear can go and visit, you know, the I think it's called monument, right? The monument of his dad. So I think that'll be really, really beautiful. But yeah, that's the update, you guys. I would definitely keep you guys updated if anything else comes out. But I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for you guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this, and for just kind of reminding me that I'm doing a good job, because trust me, anytime I do a Liam Payne video, I get very, very nervous. So I love you all. I'm so grateful. And if you haven't voted, please go ahead and vote. All right. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.